What's up, guys? Welcome back to Tire Fire. My name's Colin. I actually just filmed the outro for this. I'm in a power heated seat inside of my 1964 Mercury Comet. We got him in here and working. You want to find out how we did it? Stay tuned. So this is my 1964 Mercury Comet. It was my brother and my dad's project. They got it together for $1,000 13, 14 years ago, something like that. It needed a lot of work back then. You can't imagine how much it needs now. But we've started combing through it. In the last video, we ended up patching the floor pans, kinda, and we're gonna be doing a better job of that in the future when we get into the work on that rear quarter panel that's completely rotted off. But this is our first custom. Our being me and my friend JB, James Brown IV. I'm very excited to see where this thing ends up. Okay, well, that was a dumpster fire. Pure Relay 2 Electric Boogaloo. It's a Ford fuse box. We got 8 J-case fuses. I'm using 7 of them right now. One of them's going to be powering an amp with a 60 amp J-case fuse, so it'll blow as soon as it hits 60 amps. We have 6 relays for left and right power seats, left and right seat heaters, and fuel pump and radio, just because I figured it was easier to have switch power on a radio. Signal from your ignition goes to ground, and as soon as it sees signal and grounds out, it closes the bridge and sends your fused power to your accessory, wherever that's going. Hopefully not enough power to melt it like that happened. So, we've got a clamp, and we're in the process of clamping the seats in place. So I've got some custom hardware. I've got some seats ready to go in. How can we maneuver this? We need this to work in strange and new ways. That will be crazy groovy. There's this little seat bracket here. You can see my fingers are behind this little dog ear that I have to cut off. Once I do that, should be able to utilize the bolt mounts on the other side of this. Sorry it's so dark. I'll get a light and then get that fourth bracket located and in place. Alright, so in this segment, I was able to salvage the terminal end from the fuse box that I pulled out of the junkyard. I was able to cut down the front brackets on the front seat mount, and I also found out how to wire up the power seats, and I share a wiring diagram down below. So if you want a link to some really handy repair manuals, that's in the description for you. Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful Friday morning. It's cool. Looks like it's going to be a sunny day. Might have a little bit of rain, scattered showers this afternoon, but that's fine. So far, we have the wiring for the fuse box done. I went over that, kinda. I mounted the fuse box yesterday, so that's in place now. The colorful spaghetti coming down. A lot of it's going to be led through the back here and underneath the center console. It smells like mold in here. Not nearly as bad as it was, but considering that it's still present, I'm calling it really bad. However, when I get back from Dunkin' Donuts, I'll be dealing with the flying spaghetti monster and hopefully getting touched by his noodly appendage. I think that's how you say that, right? I don't know. I'm not a pastafarian. I'm not 100% sure of these things. I've been reading creator tips, and they say that lots of light is good. So I'm using lots of light right now. We're gonna make sure you can see everything in this shot. I make mistakes. I am human. It is true. One of the horrible mistakes I've made recently is how I decided to mount these seats. That down there is a pipe clamp for holding conduit. You know, that stuff that hangs from ceilings at industrial complexes that holds wires. So these seats, I'll tell you the setup. I'm sure you can guess the punchline. These seats slide back and forth. And I tried to slide this one back and forth yesterday. Yeah. So that has to change. However, what I'm thinking is actually something a little bit easier to deal with than the previous mounts that I had. So what I did was I took a micrometer, I took all the measurements I needed, put them on paper, transferred the sketch over to Blender, and then exported the model I made in Blender as an STL file, opened it up in FreeCAD, And once I made it into a solid object, I was able to export as an STP or an IGS file, which is ready for prototyping. So from here, we just need to find somebody that will spin this up for us. And luckily, I have a machinist friend in mind. We're gonna be waiting on prototypes on this for a bit, but in the meantime, let's get back to the video and see what else we got into.
I'm here too. Hey.
I'm gonna have to make a lot of grounds for everything, and once I get the grounds tidied up and all the wiring tidied up behind there, I'm going to work out a few mounts. I'm gonna mount here, got 2 mounts on the sides, so 1, 2, 3. I should be able to integrate this one, possibly even into my center console once that's all mocked up and designed. Still have no idea what that's gonna be, but with the radio going up here now, I feel a lot more confident about it, because basically this just has to be like a little cover, and this can be like cup holders, you know, whatever. This is all proof of concept. I just want to see if it can be done. We have just got our cable in. Get excited. We're just about to put everything together. We got enough coffee to last us, so we're gonna be all right. Go into here and get this connector. Yes, yes, yes. This one right here. Focus. Focus you. So what we're doing right now is we're going to grab this terminal, put that nut right there for a placeholder, use this terminal and stuff that wire into it. I'm not quite sure how it's gonna go, but I have an idea of what it might be like.
I can understand it. You the beat bandit who bring heat for the mic, unhanded. Whoever go after burn their hands and lips. A lot of rappers.
Got 2 ends. We can finally plug up our fuse box, put power to the car proper, and test everything out that I've wired up, which will be great. All that and more next time on Tire Fire. Stay tuned. Come on, people. This is Tire Fire. Who do you think you're dealing with here? We have working seats in the Comet. Let's hit it. We have rear HVAC blowing out of there. We go forward, backward, up, down, back, forward. It's incredible. Ain't nothing you can't do in here now. Next time on Tire Fire, I'm going to be installing a return line into a carburetor that's never had one before. I'm going to walk you through that process and how I think it's going to work out. We'll find out together. Like and subscribe so you don't miss any updates, and we'll see you on the next one.
Or you want to snap, piss face, the way you be in everybody's business is a disgrace. At the park gate, park, who goes there? It's V, the MC, who's nasty as nose here. You may go